Hello everybody and welcome to this video. This is all about the project Walking the Extra Mile for Porphyria Awareness. And let me disclaim first, this video is all about me and my boyfriend doing this project, which is important for us to do, but it expresses only our personal opinions, feelings and experiences. So now, let me tell you something about what we are going to do and what even is porphyria. Well, porphyria is a group of rare diseases where the heme biosynthesis is damaged, and that means that on one side, in the chronic porphyrias, people with porphyria may not go into the direct sunlight because the sunlight damages the blood vessels, which hurts very, very, very much. And on the other hand, there are the so-called acute porphyrias. They are described as porphyria with acute attacks. And in those attacks, people get, at first, usually a very severe abdominal pain, which is followed by, let's say, a kind of paralysis which spreads through the body and may even lead to respiratory arrest. Yeah, well, since I am an acute porphyria patient myself, I have acute intermittent porphyria. It is an important thing to do this project during the Porphyria Awareness Week. And now, what is this whole project about? Well, me and my boyfriend, who was indirectly involved in this disease because everything I had to undergo, he somehow underwent with me, as you can imagine. We are taking a walk for 3 days with backpacks and for distance from around about 70 kilometers. And we will wear t-shirts which are saying something about porphyria or porphyria awareness. And we are going to take chalk with us so we can set marks on the ground. And the American Porphyria Foundation made the theme of this week in this year, Paint the World Purple. So for sure, we are somehow referring to this. For example, we have pink chalk or purple chalk. And yeah, you will see later then when we are on the go. Okay, good evening everybody. So we are in Bratislava now, and I think I will show you on the map how we want to go tomorrow and the following days. So come with me. Okay, now this is our map, and here on the right hand side is Bratislava, and here is Vienna. So originally we wanted to travel along the river Danube. There is a bike track which is quite famous, and we thought it would be so nice to walk here through this national park the whole way until ending up in Vienna. But unfortunately, they are making huge construction works, so parts of those way are not accessible, and we had to change our plans. Well, we are starting in Bratislava tomorrow. We are somewhere around here, and we will leave the city here. Then following those bike track, and then staying directly at the river up to Hainburg, Deutsche Altenburg, and finally we will end up here in Petronell Canutum. Oh, so sorry for no focus. And there we will stay overnight. After that, we shall go somewhere around here, and here is a ferry we will take that across the Danube, and we made sure that it is riding. So since the 8th of April it is riding again. We're lucky. And then this is odd. Here somehow, here is Witterau, our second stay at Sunday, and then we are nearly there. There's Vienna, and hopefully we will reach that on Monday. Okay, that's all. We will be doing this on every kilometer we make, and so hopefully we will have a lot of those in the end. That means if the ground is dry, and we can use it for our project. Now, why are we going to walk? First of all, as I said, I am a porphyria patient myself, and many porphyria patients get their diagnosis quite late. When I got my diagnosis, I couldn't breathe on my own and couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't move somehow, couldn't even move my fingers. I was at intensity care unity for 70 days, and I had to learn everything, you know, really everything, swallowing, talking, brushing my hair, everything. So when I finally was able to walk after, let's say 1.5 years after the attack struck me first, I was very, very happy and excited, because that was a point I didn't know if I would there be any time sooner or later. And now I even improved more and more. So at the first point is a personal goal. I want to do this for me because I can. And that's a wonderful feeling, and that's the reason. Well, but then we are taking greater mileage, because we want to spread the word as far as possible. And since we are wearing our t-shirts and since we are having our talk, I think this is a good way, in two meanings, to spread the word. At the moment we are near Hainburg at the Danube, and actually we found a geocache just by accident. It happens. So if you are somewhere around here beside those huge formations and you are looking for a geocache, you're quite right here. Then another very important point for me personally is I want to encourage people who are now undergoing the very same crisis I underwent. Because when I was lying in bed unable to move, my doctors couldn't tell me if I will ever walk again, or run again, or ride a bike again, or travel such a distance by foot. So I want to encourage everybody who doesn't know if he or she someday will do this again. We are in Hainburg now, and since it's 3 p.m. on the afternoon, we were very hungry. Now, look at this. This is my first serving. and the ice cream will come soon. Now everything has arrived. That was very quick. Look at this. Maroni, and this is Mozart. With a Mozart Kugel. Are you looking forward it?
Yes, can't wait.
So don't. Yes, and then, which is the most important point for me, I want to set a sign with it. Because I am lucky. I only got 2 porphyria attacks. And this is not much. There's quite nothing which is left. So I can do so many things. But then there are people who are stricken by porphyria attacks regularly. And they can't do a vacation just because they want to go on a vacation, because they can never know, will I be stricken again? Will I have to go to hospital? If I go to a vacation, are there any hospitals? And this is only about the acute porphyrias, but then we have the porphyrias which are cutaneous. People get damaged, blood vessels get damaged skin from the sun. And they also can't just do a walk for 3 days, whole day in the sun. So this is a sign that there are people in need of this awareness and in need of somehow treatment, of help. And yeah, that's the last and I think the best reason why we want to do this. Well, okay, now this is our chaotic sleeping and working space. Today it has been 26 kilometers and well, more than 9 hours of walking. There are our t-shirts. We washed them and they have to dry now. This is somehow an extra bed. That means extra space for making chaos. And one thing I still wonder, do they actually have the same carpets everywhere? Just kidding. Good morning, my dear.
Good morning.
Well, now the first day is over and the second day has just started. It's early in the morning, 6 o'clock. And how do you feel after the first day?
I'm not sure. I think my legs are trying to tell me something, but I'm not listening, so we will see.
Okay, that's a good choice, I think. Well, today it could be the longest distance we ever will be traveling on this journey. How do you feel about it after the long journey yesterday?
Oh, I think part of me wants to stay in bed.
Which would be easy.
Yes. But we had such a lovely day yesterday and so much luck with the weather, so I'm really looking forward to all the little adventures that are waiting for us today. So
maybe we're luckier than yesterday because some of the paths weren't accessible, although there were signs on it. Yeah. But maybe it's better today. Okay, but today is Sunday.
Oh, no.
And that means that every retail shop is closed today. So, will we be able to stock up on enough supplies on food and drink today?
Oh, in the worst case, we have to get out our boy or girl scout skills and look for some root and berries.
In April? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are positive. Okay. So, thank you so much. And then we see us again when we are on the way.
You will see us.
Now, why are we going from Bratislava to Vienna? Why are we going to go only for 3 days? Well, we are starting at the first day in the Porphyria Awareness Week, which is from, as you know, the 6th of April to the 13th of April. And we are expected in Vienna at the 9th of April for another meeting. So we thought it would be a good idea to start directly with the first day of the Porphyria Awareness Week to raise awareness by making the walk for 3 days, which is which includes as much mileage as we think we can do in this short time with our heavy backpacks. Oh my god! Do you see this? After those fields and climbing the hills and struggling all the way, this is like heaven on earth, and wow, I must say I'm very exhausted. And at this part of the journey, I really have to thank all my physiotherapists I ever had. Really, thank you so much. We are currently near Haslau, and do you know what? We found the ferry. I'll show you. Do you see that? This is the ferry to Ort. Please call. And then there's the number and the price for person. Yeah, and my boyfriend just called, and from over there, and now a boat will arrive and fetch us here. Yeah, and then after the 9th of April, for sure the Porphyria Awareness Week is not over, but we want to cut this video and we want to put it online during the Porphyria Awareness Week. And if we can, I am not an expert to this, I must admit, I want to share the file and I want to spread this to any organization or to any private person who can do something with it during the Porphyria Awareness Week. Because this is somehow the second part of the project. The first part is raise awareness by the walk, and the second part is raise awareness by the video. So it is most important that this video and the files are online during the week. Good evening. We arrived at Wittau now, and I must say we're so exhausted. Our feet hurt, our backpacks got so heavy, and the last part of today's journey was so hard. It was a good underground to walk on, but it was all street, you saw it. But in the end, we were lucky somehow in several ways, because first of all, during the day, you've seen that we found one shop which was open, and on Sunday that's a rare thing. Unfortunately, later on, when we thought an Ort we can restock at the gas station, it was just automatically paying and no person sitting behind a counter and selling different stuff like we know it. But at the ice cafe we were able to refill our water supplies at the tap, which was very kind. And then the pizzeria, the pizza restaurant, Treno it's called, they were so kind, because we said, well, we only want to take something away, but not a ready-made pizza, because there are, let's say, around about 2 hours to walk, and yeah, it would take too long and be too uncomfortable. And I show you, they made this for us. These are tiny pieces of pizza crust and dips here. And that's wonderful, because it is not even on the menu. He just said, well, if you're walking such a distance, for sure we help you. Yeah, and the last thing, we were round about 1 or 1.5 kilometers away from Wittau, and somebody picked us up and he asked, yeah, hey, where you want to go? We said, oh, Wittau. And he said, well, here at the street, that's too dangerous. It's dark now, so come on, I take you with me. And now we got a quick ride to Wittau. That was one of the best things that ever happened today, because it's 8 o'clock in the evening right now. We started our journey at 9 a.m. or half past 8 a.m. And I'm so looking forward to get something to eat. But there's one thing which has to be done first, and I show you. Hey Rainer, what are you doing?
Hi, I'm washing our t-shirts.
Oh yes, our t-shirts for Porphyria Awareness Week. Oh, see how dark the water gets. I hope this is from the color and not from our dust from the street. Let's imagine it's not the dust. And we have this with us, and that was such a good idea.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. You're the best. I prepared dinner for us, by the way. I cooked. I cooked dinner. Okay, good morning again. Now it is the 3rd day of our 3 days walk. We have 2 days done already, and as I said yesterday evening, my legs are so exhausted. Each and every muscle hurts. How do you feel?
My first steps were really difficult, but I think it's getting better.
Okay, so are you positive that we will do it finally today?
Yes, we will do it.
We will do it. Okay. See you on the way. Bye.
Bye.
And now as the last point before we start, why are we saying we walk the extra mile? Sometimes the extra mile is negatively connotated, but we found it quite amusing because we are going extra miles. There is no need to take such a long journey for Porphyria awareness, but we want to do it. We are doing this voluntarily. We took vacation, both of us, from our regular work, and we do not get any financial support. So this is somehow a vacation for us, but well, not lying on the beach, but walking with heavy backpacks. But well, we think that it is totally worth it. Rainer, may you please show me the last bit of chalk? That's the last tiny bit. Okay, but it's a good cause, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So maybe we find in Vienna another piece of chalk, but if not, that will be the very last. Yes, it lasted until day 3, which is long, and I think we put it to a good cause.
It won't give up.
That's readable quite good. Oh, not your fingers! Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye, chalk. So we are glad to do those extra miles because we believe in the good cause to raise porphyria awareness and to help everybody who is not yet diagnosed or who is in severe need of treatment, if it be medical or therapeutical in other ways like learning to walk or to talk or something like this again. This is our goal and this is what we really aim for. Well, we arrived at the hotel room right now. Finally, we are there. And at the moment, somehow it seems to me that this is the dumbest, silliest thing I've ever done my whole life. I have to say, in the end, it will be so worth it. And we've seen so much and we have achieved so much, but right now my feet are hurting so crucially somehow. I can't describe it, and I think my backpack is double the way it has been at the very beginning of the journey. But well, project is finished. We are now going to have some ice cream, which we so deserved. But we will go there by underground or something, and I declare this project as finished right now. Okay, so since Rainer is already making himself ready, preparing for the go, I surely should take on my old and stinking shoes again. Sorry for that. Okay, hi for now. Now is the day after our walk. I must say the feet still hurt so much, the legs are still so tired. It will most certainly take a few days to recover, if not longer. And I think my boyfriend is feeling quite the same. Yeah, well, yesterday was very hard. I admit that I had my trouble coming back to the hotel. I broke down at the underground station, but well, okay, that's my personal fault. I shouldn't have gone out again, but well, okay, now I feel fine. and Rainer is doing even better. Fortunately, he cared for me yesterday. That was so kind of him. And I am such a lucky person to have him with me. Yeah, I just want to say that we are both lucky because we get our journey back from Vienna now paid, actually. I said before that we do not get any financial support, but we do not have ourselves to pay for the journey back to Berlin. But all in all, I must say we had 3 wonderful days, and now we will have a relaxed, beautiful day in Vienna and work for a few hours today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and maybe even the day after to upload this video for you and for everyone to raise even more awareness, because finally that is the goal in doing all of this. Thank you for watching until the finally end of the video, which was long for sure, but I hope that it gave you a good impression on how we feel about raising awareness, how important it is for us. And I hope you can put this video to a good cause, maybe to raise even more awareness, because in the end this is all for helping the ones who need this help so much. Thank you.